Welcome to Hater Proof for self-improvement and good listening parts. Remember to stay hater proof and stay tuned. If you're a hater, exit immediately. Enjoy. This would be a long introduction because I wanted to break down this episode title, Be Selection. Observe. Number one, it was too clever to pass it up. Number two, there's always a flip side and sometimes it's better just sitting there on the back burner waiting for you to put it up front. Number three, be the selection you seek. If you're looking for love, then be who you're looking for. Don't just expect the other person to show up like poof with some magic dust or something. Be the expected version of who you want to be with. Attract that. Happy Valentine's Day. The currents and the headline. This is in the news as the last episode of Hater Proof, the love story. The headline was childhood BFFs fall in love and marry after one of them comes out as transgender. I love his big heart, says the wife. Here we have two best friends that have been friends since their childhood, and then they went ahead and got married. There's a twist though. One of them is a transgender. I don't know which one though. I think that is a mystery. It's sort of like a guessing game or something. Either way, they're in love, and that is that. It's the headline of CEOs of social media companies testifying in Senate hearing. The social media platforms were having to report to Congress about the acts of wrongdoing like child pornography, bullying, and such, and Congress is asking the representatives, or the ones that showed up, if they are holding themselves accountable. My first thought to this is that they're just business owners and they want to have as many members to join their platforms as possible. Will there be perverts and bullies and weirdos that come into the platforms as regular harmless folks? I don't want to say yes, but you wouldn't know these people right offhand, and so these companies don't know either. They usually don't know until after the proof or when the deed is done. It's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. If there was a way to catch all of those weirdos before they do the deed, like in the movie Minority Report, then it would be a better social media acceptable world to live in, wouldn't it? I don't want to say poor Mark Zuckerberg, but he's usually the one getting picked on, it seems. But it's not like Facebook has gotten any smaller, because now there's this meta universe type of thing going on, and it's like, come on all you weirdos from everywhere and log in so we can see you. Wait, maybe they're onto something. Headline: El Salvador decimated gang, but at what cost? El Salvador was one of the world's most violent countries, but has transformed to being a non-violent country. It's a small country in Central America, but has had a reputation for being a bloody and violent nation. They were fleeing to the U.S. because it was so bad, but they were only looking for work here. Go figure. They were deported back and began with the gang violence. Nayib Bukele was elected into office in 2019. He negotiated with gang members and gave them incentives, so it was a political move that helped his transformation to a safer country for El Salvador. It seems Bukele has his own gang cracking down on the gangs and the population, so the citizens there are now suffering from a police state. But is that the best option so that there isn't violence anymore? Here's another headline. There's a tax season villain, and it's not the IRS. It's tax season, and interestingly enough, in most countries, filing taxes is as simple as confirming your information and deciding if you accept the return the government has already prepared for you, or if you need to amend it. Simple. The government actually does its job of filing taxes. However, in the US, it's like peak season for tax preparers, companies, and accountants to make their most money. You can file online via the IRS website, but there are limitations and it is complex. Other countries have it so easy to file their taxes. I'm not sure why it's like that here, but it's intense. Many presidents have promised a better system, including the current president, but to no avail. The thing is that there's already a viable system in place with W-2s. The employer takes the taxes out and pays the government directly, which in turn the government knows how much was earned and how much in taxes were paid for every W-2 employee. However, the U.S. government wants to know if you will lie to them, I guess. And also, not every U.S. citizen has it so easy when it comes to taxes. So basically, the tax conglomerates are scamming taxpayers into doing something the government should be doing. The IRS does provide an extensive website at irs.com for one to do their own taxes. But again, it's very complex. Either way, I will help you for a small fee. Just saying. What a wonderful year 2024, and here are the upcoming holidays. Starting with today, of course, it's Valentine's Day. It's also known as St. Valentine's Day and is celebrated annually on February 14th and originated as a Christian feast day honoring the martyr Valentine. Then it was a lot of killing going on, and Valentine was supposedly the bearer of good tidings because in Rome it wasn't okay to even perform weddings. Ash Wednesday is the first day of Lent. It's the day traditionally observed with fasting and abstinence from meat in several Christian denominations. It's a solemn reminder of human mortality and the need for reconciliation with God. Today is also Vasant Panchami, also called Vasant Panchami and Saraswati Puja in honor of the Hindu goddess Saraswati, a festival that marks the preparation for the arrival of spring. On February 19th, it's President's Day, and that's celebrated on the 3rd February of every year. We celebrate the first president, George Washington. It's become the norm to celebrate Abraham Lincoln also. Both these presidents have made enormous strides in the advancements of this country. Known as the father of his country, George Washington presided over the convention that drafted the U.S. Constitution, and President Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation on January 1st, 1863, that declared free forever those slaves within the Confederacy. Now, on February 24th, 2024, there'll be a full moon. The moon will be 100% illuminated when seen from the Earth. This particular moon is called the snow moon and will be at 7:30 a.m. this Saturday. They say strange things happen on a full moon. Maybe this full moon will be no different. Anyway, or celebrate Valentine's Day. Good Valentine's Day. Blessed Valentine's Day. Whichever you prefer. Just enjoy yourself. Yo, conspiracy or not? The active volcano under Yellowstone in Wyoming. This giant active volcano is believed to be ready to blow at any given moment. But the US government knows when that moment is. Seriously though, if they did, wouldn't citizens be able to tell like the sudden disappearance of all government officials? At least the ones with this top secret information. They're just like, we're going to go on vacation. Don't fret, nothing is wrong. Just go about your 300 plus million lives. I don't know. Seems unlikely, but there are videos of animals running away from Yellowstone. Is that a sign of something about to blow us away? Scary thought, Conspiracy or no? Ladies and gentlemen, my favorite song. Solid as a rock. I like to give a solid to those who love me and even try and go through the imaginary thickets for me. Because real love is love through the thick and the thin. It might not look like it, but I'm light as a feather. So I come with no heavy baggage. Real love is immeasurable. Solid to those not afraid to love. Solid to you. Fact or opinion? Hate is the opposite of love. Hate is the opposite of love. You burn more calories smiling than you do frowning. Isn't it better to be a lover and not a hater? Is that fact or just my opinion? My 2 cents. Number one, love isn't for the faint at heart. Your heart is built to withstand the highs and lows. If it's not, don't worry about it and stop trying to love. You just weren't built for it, and neither is your heart. Number two, even if you don't have a Valentine's, don't worry about that either. You can't force something like love. You have to be patient so that you can be ready when and if love comes along. This is Hershey speaking. I'm eating some Hershey's Kisses for you. Love is real. Right now I'm Hershey and I figured since it's Valentine's Day, I'd give you some kisses and scents. And since I'm chocolate, so to speak, brown and sweet, here's a kiss for you, and a kiss for you, and especially you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Doo 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 doo. I'm gonna leave that to mini repetition. Leave it on a high note. Be the person you want to see in the world. Be the person you seek in the world. If you want a rich and loyal partner, you must be that. Also, stay calm and keep a plan B. Oh yeah, and you can answer the questions of conspiracy or not In fact or opinion with the voice message and or the polls created for this episode. This is the end, my friend. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this show. Be good, be encouraged, and always party responsibly. Thanks again. Listen again and stay hated proof. Till the next episode. To the next episode. To the next episode.